heaven's design. Not the broken girl I was, but who I am in his eyes. I'm learning how to love the woman looking back at me.
Hey, family. It's Felicia Lee White, aka Coach V, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Mirror. Now, again, I guess you're wondering, well, this isn't the closet. No, it's not. We are in another part of the Women's Health and Fitness Center gym, which I am the owner. And I know I needed to be here for this particular topic because, first of all, this is going to be part one of 2 episodes because it is that important to me. And being in the gym for this topic is the perfect place because it is built around scenarios that happen in the gym, but it also deals with real life and other areas of our life. And this is not just a topic for our amazing sisters. This is a topic that our brothers can relate to as well. And so I want to start first again by saying thank you for joining us. And to say thank you for allowing God to let me make it to 64. I turned 64 yesterday, and 64 years young, and it is great. And so thank you for all the well wishes from all of my supporters, family, and friends. So we're not going to sit long because this topic here hits home for a lot of our sisters. So, I'm going to be putting these beautiful glasses on and off. Aren't these amazing? Vaglam. These are my Vaglam readers. If anybody want any, I'm going to put the link in the bio at the bottom. You can get you some. Look at here. They make me look so cute. Okay, anyway, I digress. So our topic today is, before we do that, let me say this. I always say this isn't a perfect platform, but it is a platform of reality and truth. And last segment, we talked about the woman behind the muscle, which myself and all the other amazing women. And the one takeaway from that was strength is not, let me say it again, strength is not vanity, it's survival. And so if you had the opportunity to listen, you would know why I say that. And if you haven't, please hop on over, see episode 4. This is our 5th episode, because people get that confused. They get strength and vanity confused, but we are women of integrity, strength, and morals and values. And I'm glad that I have the opportunity to share my story on that. But today, like I said, we're going to talk about, are we ready? Let me do a little drum roll. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. I'm going to sit back on that one. Let me sit here for a minute. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. That is a situation that I see day in, I see day out. I see it on the job, I see it in the house, but mainly I see it in the gym. This is the one thing, before I can even look at any of this stuff, the one thing I hear people say all the time is, how long she been working out? What she eat? What she do? It don't matter. That has nothing to do with you. You may be at ground level 0. This sister may have been working out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years. Nobody's story is the same. Nobody's journey is the same. Nobody's workout is the same. Nobody's eating. Nobody's medical issues. They are all different. We cannot compare 1 to 20. And I see it all the time, and it hurts my heart that people come in, and I always say this in the gym, stop looking to the left and to the right. Baby, don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Don't worry about how they got there, when they got there, what they look like. Don't worry about that. We are concerned about the individual. I'm concerned about the individual. So check this out. One of the things that what happens is that because we compare ourselves, quietly women lose their confidence. And it says like this. Listen, I really want you to hear this, because comparison has quietly stolen the confidence of most women. Or let's put it another way, because comparison has quietly stolen more confidence from women that fail. So it steals your confidence when you walk in and you see somebody and you don't know what they had to do to get there. It always says that when we're on social media, and I think that's the biggest one. Woo, that just runs me crazy. Bringing me pictures and looking at these women. You don't know what they had to do to get there. You don't know what they doing now. You don't know their struggle. Half of y'all don't know my struggle. My struggle is I am a recovering addict through and through. And I had to fight tooth and nail to get where I am today. You don't know what that feels like if you've never suffered from any disease of addiction. The disease of addiction of drugs is no pleasure. And I had to fight tooth and nail, not only to keep my sanity, but to get where I am right now. So why are you comparing yourself? It doesn't make any sense. Social media will show you somebody's highlight reel and convince you that's the whole story. But what you don't see are the years of discipline, mistakes, restarts, setbacks, and the seasons nobody clapped for. Come on, let me turn around in my chair. Let me read that one more time. Social media will show you somebody's highlight reel, convince you that's the whole story. But what you don't see are the years of discipline, the mistakes, the restarts, the setbacks, and the seasons that nobody clapped. That part about nobody clapping, look at here. I, from personal experience, can tell you that there is long seasons of drought, which means nobody is on your page, is clapping, don't give a darn, but you and God do. But you and God do. And I'm talking from personal experience. When it was only me and God shouting each other out, I had to live on that foundation. I had to stick with it. And we can use this for the gym. We can use this for your marriage. You can use this for your job. It doesn't matter. I am just using the gym because this is my foundation in my family. But I have a traditional job. And let me tell you something. On some days, I look around and I feel like I am floating by myself because I'm trying to do some things with not a lot of help. And sometimes budgets don't let you do much. And sometimes you got to deal with what you have to. And I'm fine with that because I've learned to pivot. I've learned to pivot. My trainer, my mentor, John Mitchell said, you better learn to pivot. So why are we on social media looking at a highlight reel and don't even know the whole story? You deserve the whole truth and nothing but the truth. You deserve, but you got to let yourself off the hook, man. You got to let yourself off the hook. I'm going to say this, and I don't mean any disrespect anyway, but you didn't gain weight overnight, and it's not going to fall off overnight. You didn't start your journey when she started her journey. So why you on chapter 1? You trying to figure out who you are. You trying to figure out how to make it work. You trying to figure out your schedule so you can get in the gym. You trying to figure out how to learn how to prep food on Sundays. This sister over here did all that 4 years ago. So you can't compare your A to her Z. It's not fair to you. Let yourself off the hook. That's just the beginning. Come on, somebody. See, I've been competing for a very long time, and I've owned my gym for over 20 years. And let me tell you, none of this happened fast. Nothing that I've done happened fast. Let me give you a little thing. And see, I'm real transparent. So I did these last shows. I started at 133 pounds. I hit the stage 109, 110, and that was by God's grace. But do you know it took me 6 months to lose 5 pounds? Because I was 63 at the time. 6 months. Now, I wanted to quit. I wanted to tell my trainer, my new trainer, God bless his soul, where to get off at. I wanted to tell that old trainer that was telling me what to tell the new trainer, where to get off at. But I stuck it out. Not for them, but for me. Because I believe in finishing what you start. But had I kept looking to the left, to the right with all these young girls around me, baby, I wanted to throw in the towel because I suffer from a disease of addiction for which there's no known cure. And my disease be trying to, every time, my disease be trying to tell me I'm not good enough. You too short. You too dark. You too thick. You too this on a daily basis. So I have to stay connected to daily basis. So I have to stay connected to the God of my understanding to say, oh, devil, you alive. But that's only because I take my eyes off the sister to the left and the sister to the right. Listen, I even have to pull back from social media so I won't be saying, dang, I'm so old. My legs won't do this. My body won't do this. This won't happen. No, I can't do that. I have to be careful. You have to be careful. You are the you that God gave you. You are the best you. But you only gonna get better if you put some discipline and respect and time in on what you do. Don't take the situation for granted. Do the best you can 24/7. Listen, okay, I'm gonna keep going. Comparison creates impatience. And impatience kills consistency. Ooh, I dropped a nugget that time. I dropped one. Comparison creates impatience, and impatience kills consistency. You start rushing the process. I'm a witness. You skip steps. You second guess yourself. And eventually you stop trusting your own journey. Now, let's stop right there. That trusting your own journey. Your journey. Your journey. It's yours. Take pride in your journey. Take patience in your journey. Pray along your journey. Ask God to help you on the journey. You want to participate in the journey. You want to participate in the journey. It's yours. I have one son, and he got in a little trouble. And I was told to get out of the way because he deserved to have his story too. The same thing in the gym, job, house, wife, husband, dad. You deserve to have your story and your journey. It can't be my input that's going to change anything. You and only you can make those changes along the way. Nobody can do that for you. I see it every day in the gym, every day. They walk in and they say stuff like, I should be further along the way. I'm too old. I'm too big. I don't look like them. And thank God you don't, because your story is your story. I told you this is only part 1, because we could go on and on. I don't know what it's going to take for you to be okay with the skin you're in. 100 pounds, 150 pounds, 90 pounds, 300 pounds. Okay. So we go through these peaks and valleys in life. You know, these ups and these downs. But your ups won't become ups if you're worried about somebody else's downs, or somebody else's ups. I've learned to figure out that there are stages to the game of life. There are so many different departments and how we departmentalize life. And being in the gym and being able to have trained so many women, I've seen it all. I've seen women get their confidence back, and their bodies and their minds are lining up, and then spouses don't want to be with them. I've seen significant others decide they don't want them anymore when their bodies and their minds line up. I've seen them come in the door slumped over and leave standing up tall. I've seen them come in the door with no voice, and they leave out loud. I've seen them come in the door and are lost in a sea of other people, and then all of a sudden they start blossoming. I've had the opportunity to see it all and participate in it all. And yes, sometimes I might be hollering, get your butt off my floor, or you ain't gonna die, or and so, or this is the last house on the block. So you might hear me say all that because I believe it in my spirit that if you give this game all it has, then the game will give it back to you. But it's only if you take chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and etc. Not coming here on chapter 1 and by Thursday you want to be on chapter 20. No, 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 no. No, no, no. It don't work like that. It's not how it goes. It doesn't work like that. You have to enjoy the journey and be a part of the process. The process does not need permission to matter. Whew, Jesus. The process does not need permission to matter. Comparison also ignores timing. Comparison ignores timing. And you don't compare planting to harvesting. To harvest, excuse me. You don't compare planting to harvest. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. You can't be in a place of trying to plant and harvest at the same time. It don't work. It don't work. You got to do one or the other. The mirror will always show you where you are, but it will never show you where you're going. The mirror will always show you where you are. I'm right here. But it's not going to show you where you're going. That's up to you. That is up to you to figure out with you and the God of your understanding where you're going. And if you keep comparing, you ready for this? You'll miss your own evolution. If you keep comparing, you're going to miss your own evolution, excuse me. And I don't want to miss out on it, man, and I know you don't. And so this comparison that we do this is, okay, I'm going to say this before we end. This comparing yourself to people that you don't even know. How you going to compare yourself to a sister on social media? How you going to compare yourself to somebody like that? You don't know their journey, their struggle. You don't even know if they're real. AI is amazing these days. Listen, some of the stuff I see, I be like, oh, that's amazing. Oh, is that real? So, I'm going to leave you with this. Let me get my glasses. Y'all like these today? 3 things I want to leave you with. 3 today. 3 before we move on. Unfollow anything that makes you feel behind. Oh, Holy Spirit. Woo! Unfollow anything that makes you feel behind. Stop explaining your pace to people who aren't running your race. Stop explaining, your pace to people who aren't running your race. And last, commit to your process, even when it feels slow. Even when it feels slow. And that makes me emotional because there are times when I feel like I'm so behind. And I'm no different than anybody else. But God. I'm never slow in the eyes of God. Whew, that was a lot today, guys. And we are not going to spotlight anybody on today, because we'll spotlight them on next Sunday for part 2 of comparing your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. And I gave you your 3. I want you to meditate on those, receive it, work at it. And then next Sunday on Beyond the Mirror, part 2 of this episode, we will dive a little deeper and try to figure out what makes us compare, and what makes us not want to slow down and enjoy the journey. I am Felicia Lee White. I thank you for being here on episode 5 of Beyond the Mirror. And if God is willing, we're all going to meet right back here next Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Time at Beyond the Mirror.
I look in the mirror, I see heaven's design. Not the broken girl I was.